lot of new money, when it's not saving, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the red, on the red, watch out to that. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? You ready? Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Brees. And he finds Cook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brees. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Both set, ready. 70 ending. Double dog. That's the way.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Come, 180. Check, 47. Hey, alert. Get off the field. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Pick it up.
This time, Trubisky will throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Check, 55 the mic. Check, 55 the mic. Here we go. Whip.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. They find some open field here. Past the 20. 10, touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Bears 7, Saints nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11. 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. He gets this one to Garcon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he... 14 on that one, and a first down.
First down, Saints.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you
No
enter
way,
the danger
no way.
zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready? Yellow waiting. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Ready, set.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
At the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
49, check 49, check 49.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
A gain of a yard.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Right, Eddie. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
That's good for the Bears.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Trubisky will come up here first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's Trubisky to throw. He finds Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Trubisky will throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for Taylor Gabriel. Eli Apple on the coverage.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
This is Cohen. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They try again with Cohen. Got some room at the 30. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 83 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touch. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky.
First down, a run with Cohen. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
18.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Trubisky on first down. The screen pass here to Cohen. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Lock in.
And Robinson with a big catch. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Trubisky. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. But now it's 3rd and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Now Trubisky to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Breeze now to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, 2nd best in the league, and they'll try it here. To throw, it's Breeze. Again has it complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Easy.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now. Breeze toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Breeze. Powers through. Dancing to his left. He's got now Breeze lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Bears 41, Saints nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
I'm scared. Check.
Breeze going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 22.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
Hey, check 24.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to fourth down.
Let's get it.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them.
Now Paredes lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it?
And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bears, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.